Hi everybody, welcome to a new presentation of Dive and Travel. This time we will travel all around the world to Indonesia and the beautiful island of Bali. On the north side of Bali, in the small village of Kubu, we are closely working with the Kubu Indah Dive Resort. And today as our guest is Rikke. Rikke from Kubu Indah Dive Resort. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you so much for inviting me, Sander.
You're welcome. Good morning. Good to see you again. You're going to tell us everything about the beautiful Kubu Indah Dive Resort, which is located in the village of Kubu on the northern part of Bali. Can you tell something about the history of Kubu Indah Dive Resort?
Yes, my husband Ulrik and I were already living in Bali for a few years, working as diving instructors, and were seeking some land where we wanted to build our own dive resort. And we stumbled across this beautiful plot of land not far from one of the favorite dive sites that I had, and took over a large plot of land in 2008, very late, and spent almost 1.5 years just to find out exactly what we wanted to do with it. And then we were lucky to stumble across Marco and Gabby, who is our business partners. And they were seeking away from Europe, coming to the tropical climate. So together we visualized how we wanted to build our own dream resort. And while Marco and Gabby were still in Switzerland, Ulrik and I started to build in 2009, late November. Yep. And we opened the doors with the first Kubu Indah in 2010 in July, where we had only 10 bungalows at that time. Of course, restaurant, bar, one pool, and then a spa. And then we were very lucky. We had a beautiful start. So we took a decision very early on, simply just to expand. So we expanded with another 5 bungalows, built nearly a double size restaurant, added 1 more pool, and we added the double size spa as well. So that is the Kubu Indah people know today. And that was built. So it was finished just in March 2013.
Yeah, so it took you a couple of years to think about it, set it up, build it up, and now we're 10 years down the line. Can you tell me, if people travel to Kubu and they arrive at Denpasar International Airport, how does a trip start to Kubu?
Usually most people, they book with transfers, so they will be greeted by one of our experienced drivers. And then they will be heading up to Kubu, which is about 2.5-hour drive, nicely and easily. They will be seeing lots of rice fields on the way up, beautiful mountains. And once they will arrive here, of course, they will be allocated to the bungalows, whether it's a garden bungalow, which is a garden bungalow, but still mostly with limited or with partial sea view, or a beach bungalow, which is directly by the pools and directly with beautiful sea view. You can see the sunrise from your bed, actually. And then once they come up to us, then they will start their own program, whether it's taking just nice and easy for the first couple of days. They might be starting some diving, start some tours. We offer a full set of land excursions also. Obviously, we have a beautiful spa, an outdoor spa. So the girl will pamper you there, making sure that those lovely sore muscles, they will get nice and smooth after a couple of dives every day. And then happy hour starts at 5 o'clock at the pool bar. So
that's always good. And you just told us that you have 2 types of bungalows, the garden bungalows and the beach bungalows. Can you tell me a little bit about the difference of the bungalows, inside, sizes?
Yeah, the layout of the bungalow center is exactly the same, whether it's a garden bungalow or beach bungalow. The only difference is in the front of all our bungalows, we have 4 beach bungalows. And they obviously have beautiful views over the 2 pools and we have nearly 100-meter beachfront. The garden bungalows are situated a little bit back. They still have beautiful sea view. Some of them have more than others, but in terms of the layout of the bungalows, they all come with double bed or twin beds. There's a small desk, mirror, somewhere to sit and look through your pictures. Mini bar is in there. There's a small cupboard. And then in the bathroom, standard amenities. One thing I would like to stand out is that we offer all our bungalows, all our villas with the organic products from Sensatia Botanicals, which is also a spa developer, a shampoo developer directly here in Karangasem, only 45 minutes away from us. That we are supporting the local industry here. And then obviously you get refilled with water, stock up with your minibar, all those nice things.
Now that sounds really good. Hey, the restaurant is located on the premises of the hotel. Can you tell us something about what people can order, how the restaurant looks like, and what's on the menu?
Yeah. So generally, our guests, they have breakfast with us. We start breakfast at 7 o'clock until 10 a.m. We have 4 different menus for breakfast. We serve everything a la carte. We don't have a buffet. The restaurant stays open from 7 a.m. in the morning all the way to 10 o'clock in the evening. So anytime the guest would like to have a snack or, have an early lunch, they just pop in. We have everything from European starters, salads. We get the salads directly from Bedugul, the highland here in Bali. We have lots of Indonesian cuisine, of course, pastas, sandwiches. And then, of course, we have our famous diver steak and our nice brownies. Should you have any allergies like gluten or lactose allergy, we can cater for that as well. Luckily, Bali is so far on in terms of that now that we can easily cater for those wishes. All you need to do is just to send us an email or maybe ask your agent to let us know that you have this and this issues, and then we will make sure that we have that on stock.
Perfect. Now that sounds really good. And when I hear all the food, I think it's time to go diving to lose some weight. Hey, can you tell us something about the diving in the northern part of Bali and around Kubu Resort?
Yeah, so we are in the northeast of Bali, 5 kilometers north of Tulamben. Most of the guests have probably heard of Tulamben because of the U.S. Liberty wreck. So between Kubu and Tulamben, we have 20 dive sites. Most of them here in Kubu, we just walk in directly from the beach. Most of the dives that we do are beach dives, shore dives. Yep. So you simply just walk in. It's super easy. So if we have dives in Tulamben, it can be anything from early morning to even a 2-tank dive. It can also just be a single dive and then coming back. So if you are worried that, for example, your spouse is not a diver, it's not a problem. You can go out, do your dive, and then you'll be back. And it only takes 2 hours. So while the husband is out diving, the wife can relax by the pool or can get some nice spa done, manicures, pedicures, you name it.
That sounds really good. And of course, if they don't want to do the diving around Tulamben, they can also use your house reef. What can you tell us about the house reef?
So the house reef is quite interesting. It's actually the whole reason why we found Kubu Indah was because Oleg and I used to dive at a reef only 100 meters away from the resort. So it was pretty much like, if we know this dive site is okay, in front of the resort, it's also going to be okay. So the house reef is a shallow dive site that gently slopes down to a very, very deep slope. We are lucky that sometimes we have a bit of a current running, which means that we get large school of bigger fish concentrating in the deeper parts. So if you are that type of diver who likes to have a nice current dive in the deeper 25, 30 meters, that's a very, very good site for that. If you're more a macro diver, there's a lot of sand where we find beautiful special shrimps, ghost pipefish, harlequin shrimps, all those fancy things that all the photographers are looking for. And the good thing with the house reef is that you don't have to go deep, you know, somewhere between 18 to 10 meters is just fine. And you can spend easily an hour, 1.5 hours. The good thing with the house reef is that once you have the introduction dive to the house reef, you can simply just put your name on the house reef list, and then you just say, you know, I'll be going in at that time. And then once 2 hours are gone, you know, if you don't come back, we will start looking for you. But until now, we haven't lost anybody. But it's certainly a big plus that people can just go diving, take their time.
Yeah, that makes it very, very easy. Hey, listen, I think we have a very nice video about the resort and the diving. Shall we watch it?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
So that was a nice video. Feel like traveling again. Oh, I want to come back to you guys. Hey, listen, if guests are traveling with non-diving guests, you're already informed, pedicure, manicure, the spa, people can sit by the pool. What type of excursions outside the resort do you offer?
So we have all the big destinations in Bali covered. So we got, of course, temples, our mother temple, Besaki. We have Ubud area, both shopping, but also the nature and the temples around Ubud. And then we also even cover the more action-filled tours, which is rafting, bicycling tours, and all that. So it's really depending on the age group of our guests. Some people love to go hiking in Bedugul just to seek out vegetables and see how the highland looks like. And waterfalls. Bali is full with beautiful waterfalls, and it can easily be reached from Kubu Indah.
Yeah, so a lot of excursion possibilities for everybody's wish list. And that's, of course, the beautiful thing about Bali, is that you can see a broad range of excursions, and even the diving can be so different. Sounds really good. If you go diving on a day off, what's your favorite dive site?
Yeah, I really like the right side, or the southern side of our house reef, simply because there's a lot of very shallow, very beautiful corals. And I'm the type of diver who can be very excited over shrimps and small things, nudibranchs, and all those tiny creatures. If you like the bigger stuff, then it's also a good place, because you have current coming sometimes, which is, if you go diving a bit deeper, then it's just beautiful down there. Yeah. Lots of soft corals to be seen.
That sounds really good. Hey, if people want extra information about the resort, they can find all the info in the description below this video. They can click right on the link and come to your resort, or look at the information of our the travel agency. I want to thank you for your time and hospitality for this video. And I hope we can travel soon again to Indonesia and visit the beautiful resort of Kubu Indah.
Thank you very much, Sander.